taking those deep breaths in through the nose.
And I'm pointing at you because I feel emphatic about this point.
Okay.
But don't take breaths in order to try to calm yourself down. You point at me now.
Deep breaths activate the parasympathetic nervous system, which is designed to
calm your shit down. I wasn't supposed to swear. Sorry. Can we say that again? I'm going to say, calm your stuff down. Bleep. Welcome back, everyone, to another episode of Dear Headspace, a podcast where I sit down with one of our meditation teachers and we answer your questions about the ups, the downs, and the sideways of life. I'm Robin Hopkins. And today I'm sitting here with the one, the only, Kessonga.
50? Okay, great. I got cash. Just 2 heartbeats.
Hello, friend.
So good to be here, Robin. So good to be here.
I mean, we're in person, and
yes.
I'm so excited whenever we get to record in person. I mean, this is just like one of those lovely times where we get to be in the room together, be present.
Yes, it's a supreme treat.
Right? Because you and I both work remotely.
Yeah.
And it's like, I work out of my bedroom, but you have like a little man cave.
I have my man cave, and I need my man cave.
I'm so jealous of your man cave, by the way, every time we record.
For sure. I live in a house of estrogen, so I need my man cave. It's me, my
I
wife,
should
and
set
my
up like a
daughters.
little like call between you and my son because he lives in a house of estrogen.
God bless him.
That sounds like the name of a Netflix show. The House of Estrogen.
I call it, when I go home, I'm going home to my hoe. H-O-E. My house of estrogen. You may or may not keep that, so I don't know.
I was like, whoa, his wife is going to be so mad.
Right.
We do have some questions that we need to answer today, right, from our listeners. We're going to be talking about holding grudges. Super excited about that. Anxiety when presenting and long-term conflicts in relationships with parents.
Uh-oh.
I feel like these are things we all know a lot about.
Yeah.
We're not going to dilly-dally, and I don't know why I said that phrase, but I said it.
That's a legitimate phrase, Robin.
It is. It's for real.
I use that quite often.
And it's just because I'm 75 for saying it, but that's fine. All right, but here is our first question from Salma.
Hi, Headspace crew. My name is Salma. I'm freshly 20 and I live in California. So my question is, I've basically been wronged a lot in my life from people who I trusted and people who I've loved. And I feel like I've been really taken advantage of my kindness and people have hurt me a lot. And I've noticed I have this tendency to really hold a grudge and a dislike for them. And eventually that turns into hate for that person. And I'm the type of person where I think hate is a very strong word. And I don't want to have hate. I don't want to be hateful. But how can I not hate these people?
Wow, that was such a great question, just layered and deep. And shout out for I love the phrasing. I'm freshly 20. I love that phrasing. I was like, you are freshly 20,
fresh,
Salma.
right.
Go ahead.
I just want to say first off, Salma, just really sorry that you had to experience that kind of betrayal. It's such a sinking feeling. Cringeworthy feeling to be betrayed by someone you love or someone that you trust. I like to look at these kind of situations as life lessons, right? They're negative, but we can reframe it into a life lesson. And I heard Salma say that she's experienced this many times. So I'm curious, is she allowing herself to look at each situation as is and really pull those life lessons from these, backstabbings for lack of a better term, It's so easy to move into a space of being the victim, right? And when we move into that space of being the victim, it can sometimes cloud our awareness, right? And we're not able to learn from the situation. And so when I say victim, I just want to be clear because that can have a negative connotation.
Like that there's not judgment in that.
It's so funny you said judgment. And that's what I mean.
Yeah.
When I say victim, this is really talking about coming from a space of self-judgment.
Right.
That negative self-judgment. I can't believe this happened to me
I
again.
let this happen.
Right. I
Yeah.
let this happen. I'm a loser. What's
Why
wrong
does this keep
with
happening
me?
to me?
Right. That's what I mean when I say
Yeah.
victim. So being aware of that, because it really can prevent you from shifting into a space of what can I learn from this situation?
Right.
Now, the situation of hate.
Yeah.
It's
But don't you think it's really amazing though that she understood the connection between, as I'm holding on to this, it could or may turn into hate, or I'm feeling like it's like, to make that
huge.
connection is huge.
Yeah, it is huge. It is huge because hate can really
Consume you.
Consume you.
Yeah.
What comes to mind for me is the mindfulness concept of letting go. Right.
You're always trying to make us let go, Kessonga. So hard. So hard.
But it's so necessary, Robin.
No, you're absolutely right.
It's so necessary because what I'm hearing with Salma is that she's holding on.
Yeah.
She's holding on to these backstabbing experiences of betrayal.
Yeah.
And she's not letting go. And as a result, she's not allowing herself to open up and move forward with with her life, basically, and with each experience. Now, when I say letting go,
clarification sentence coming.
Yes. It doesn't mean that you have to all of a sudden like the person.
Right.
What it means is literally allowing yourself to let go of the situation, let go of the experience, thereby allowing yourself to move forward in a more appropriate, a more healthy way.
Yeah.
And therefore preventing that hate from consuming you.
Or like driving the ship. That's what I think of, is like when hate's like you're driving the bus.
Yeah.
You're just on the Hateville bus.
And it could prevent you, because what I'm hearing also with this is this forgiveness. And this is where I think will help Selma in a huge way. Something that we call loving kindness.
Mm-hmm.
And this is hard, this is difficult. Totally understand that. But allowing yourself to send loving kindness.
Oh, this is the hard part.
To the person that betrayed you.
Yeah.
That, in my humble opinion, is a powerful way to squelch that hate.
Yeah.
Difficult.
Yeah.
Hella difficult. Nothing wrong with that.
We were talking about this in a previous episode with Dora when I was talking about how difficult it was for me to let go of like anger and like negative feelings toward a person. And I was kind of saying like, but I'm not sure how to get there, like to thank them or send love their way. And she said, well, what was the lesson that you learned from that relationship? And she said, you can thank them for that. And I thought that was something that really felt accessible to me.
Yeah.
Because a general thank you or I love you to a person that really hurt me is not accessible to me. Like, full disclosure, it's just not.
I totally get that.
But I was like, after that, I was like, I can say thank you for this, and this that came out of that relationship. I can say that.
Absolutely. And I'm going to take it a step further.
Please do.
What if there's nothing that you can conjure up that you got out of that? You can still send that love and kindness to that person.
Yeah. I like that less though.
And no, but it's like this. This person that I loved, this person that I trusted betrayed me.
Yeah.
I'm going to be hella pissed. That feeling of hate might be aroused. I have a choice here.
Yeah.
I can either embrace this feeling of hate and anger and rage and follow that path, or I can acknowledge it.
Yep.
Still, I don't like you.
Yeah. Yeah.
I
not all of a sudden becoming a magic person that doesn't have
exactly.
feelings. Absolutely not.
I 100% do not like you.
Yeah.
And I can still send you love and kindness.
I was going to say, it's an interesting dichotomy. It's really...
It can coexist together. And letting go does not mean forgetting.
Absolutely.
Because I'm going to still, because that's using your wise mind, right? I'm not going to forget how you betrayed me.
Well, and I'm so glad you said that, because that takes me into another piece of the question that resonates for me. And I feel like there may be a boundary conversation to be had too. Because if multiple times the same kind of thing happens, if people are, repeatedly taking advantage of your kindness. And that's why I love that piece that you said earlier of like, one reason to not be consumed in moving into the hatred is because you can't see the lessons in something.
Exactly.
Because you're on autopilot over here in your feelings.
Exactly.
But I do think that if you can do what Kessonga's suggesting and come away from the feelings and over into this, you may be able to just go back with that 2020 vision or that 2020 hindsight and say, all right, if I'm looking at this relationship again, were there red flags that I maybe missed?
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Did it feel reminiscent of something? Because like sometimes don't we repeat that stuff, these comfortable relationships from our parents? Like,
cycles, life cycles.
Yeah, like what
sure.
other stuff is there that maybe I could do differently next time? So it's not judging yourself, but it's just what could I do differently so that I'm protecting myself? Because what would break my heart is if she made a choice to shut down and end her kindness and not be a light in the world that's sharing kindness. Because we just need more of that in this world.
And that's the power of the loving kindness practice.
Yeah.
It is different. It takes practice. It takes practice. So, I mean, and that might be a question I might ask Selma also. She didn't mention anything about her practice. I would be curious what her practice looks like, you know?
Yeah, but like that the act of forgiveness often has to be done over and over and over again.
Oh,
like you don't
for
forgive
sure.
a person one time.
Oh, absolutely.
And that feels like an echo of the practice.
Yeah.
Like start again.
Beginner's mind.
Yeah.
Like each moment is brand new. You know, 10 minutes ago, I was in a space of forgiveness.
Yeah.
Right now,
I fell out pretty quick.
Yeah, not so much. Not so much. And that's okay. All right, it's okay. I'm not going to judge myself.
Yeah.
All right, let me recalibrate.
Let me try again. Here I go.
Let me do it again.
I kind of feel that way about dieting, Kessonga. Let me try again. I fell off. Let me try again.
That's another episode, Robert.
But Selma, thank you so much for this question. It was so deep. It's so layered. And I, and Kessonga and I are both sending you love and just continue being kind. All right, let's take our next caller, Rosie.
Hey Dear Headspace, my name's Rosie and I'm from Australia. I was hoping you can give me some tips on anxiety surrounding presenting, as I've always felt anxious knowing I have to do a presentation, and it's something I've struggled with my whole life. I've even fainted on 2 separate occasions doing a presentation, and it makes me worried as I'll be going into my honours year this year and have 2 large presentations that I have to do. Once I'm presenting, I feel fine, but I do think the anxiety I feel really builds up and is why I fainted the last couple times. Even being told that I have to do a presentation causes my heart to race and me to spiral into a panic. Is there any techniques I can do to change my mindset around presenting? Thank you.
Oh my God, love this question, Rosie.
I think everyone can relate to this question. And to this day, I still get hella nervous.
You should.
When presenting.
That's the thing. Like the first thing that jumps out at me, this question is all the judgment and wanting to change it.
Yeah.
Like, I'm an actor. Don't change it.
Right.
Lean in.
Right. I
it's
remember,
with you.
I think it was Patti LaBelle.
Oh, Patti LaBelle.
For sure it was Michael Jackson. They both stated in an interview, and it really stuck with me, that to this day, I mean, R.I.P. Michael Jackson.
Yeah.
But to this day, I still get nervous before I go on stage. And there's nothing wrong with it.
No.
I would say that first, Rosie. That feeling of nervousness is perfectly okay.
Yeah.
It's perfectly okay. And what I heard Rosie say was, once I'm presenting, I'm okay.
Yeah.
So that right there is an indication. All right, what you're doing is just showing these pre-presenting nerves some resistance. I think you're spot on with that, Robin. Just accept this is what I'm feeling right now. Nothing wrong with it. What comes up is also something we've talked about in the past, the STOP technique. You mentioned breathing, right? So the STOP technique, it's an acronym. S, allowing yourself to just stop. T, taking that breath that you were talking about. Remembering
Please
that.
breathe, Rosie.
Yeah,
Please.
right. But those deep breaths, not just breathing, taking those deep breaths in through the nose, out through the mouth.
But, and I'm pointing at you because I feel emphatic about this point, but don't take breaths in order to try to calm yourself down. I think that's what's different. You're taking breaths to get into your body. You'll say it in a much better way. Yeah. But if you're trying to move the energy or trying to calm yourself down for speaking, it's going to be bad because you're not going to be authentic again.
But
you point at me now. You point at me now.
The parasympathetic nervous system is designed to calm us down.
Yeah.
So that whole saying, when you're feeling anxious, take a deep breath, take a deep breath.
Yeah.
It's really about stimulating or activating that parasympathetic nervous system.
Yeah.
So that can be something to try and emphasize. A couple of tips here for presenting or for preparing yourself to present, since that's what Rosie says she's dealing with.
Yeah.
Reframing.
Mm.
I invite you, Rosie, to reframe the anxiety that you experience. And reframing it, because it's so prevalent, reframing the anxiety to maybe excitement. Jinx.
Come on now.
Jinx.
Buy me a Coke. Come on now.
Because not all stress is bad. And I think that's what she's looking at. She's looking at this anxiety as a negative thing.
Yeah.
So kind of like we were saying.
Energy. That's like what makes you exciting on stage.
Right. And there's such thing as good stress, like that eustress, as they call it. And it's that good stress that's going to help you to present and, like you were saying, Robin, connect with your audience and make the whole experience more fulfilling. How does this look, right? How does this reframing anxiety look? It can be as simple as a phrase or a statement. Something like, I'm so grateful that I'm feeling this excitement, or that this excitement is here as I'm about to perform, to make my performance that much better.
Yeah.
That complete reframe can make a huge difference before going on stage and presenting. So anxiety is coming from a place of fear and worry, which is a lot of the thoughts that we're thinking. So we're all up in our head.
Yeah. So
these couple of tips kind of bring you out of your head and into your body, similar to what you were saying.
Yeah.
So, and this will be I have two of them, and they're really that O in stop.
Yeah.
Where you stop and you observe. This is where these exercises can fit in.
Yeah.
So the first one is allowing yourself to recognize the anxiety that's present, right? Because it's always about acceptance, acknowledging it, and then maybe shifting into your body, maybe noticing your breath or noticing your feet grounded on the floor.
Yep.
You can do an exercise called the 3-3-3 rule, where, again, I want to reiterate, acknowledging the anxiety, accepting it, and then shifting and observing 3 objects.
Oh, yeah. I love that one. I love that.
Right. Observing 3 objects in your immediate vicinity.
Yep.
And then shifting into 3 sounds, noticing 3 sounds in your immediate vicinity. And then moving 3 body parts. So it might be some shoulder rolls, or I saw you doing the shaking of the arm.
Shake it up.
If that doesn't work for you, if that doesn't resonate with you, you can shift to your senses. So this is the 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 rule.
Yep.
So again, acknowledging
all these, by the way, every acting coach has stolen all of these. I'm like, I paid $475 to learn that one. Go next.
Love it. So acknowledging the anxiety, accepting it, nothing wrong with it. This is the 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 rule, where you observe 5 things that you can see, 4 things that you can touch, 3 things that you can hear, then 2 things that you can smell, and then 1 thing that you can taste. And I remember, I don't have any food.
Yeah.
Taste your spit.
That's delightful, Kessonga.
Just taste your spit. Okay. Right? It's just really
that was
about...
gross. Thank you.
But it's getting out of your head.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
It's shifting your awareness from your head and bringing it into your body.
Yeah. All right. Well, Rosie, good luck. Please, I don't know, send us a video of you presenting. It's going to be great.
Oh, that would be awesome.
It's going to be great. I want to see it. I want it.
Right. At least let us know how it went.
Let us know where we can show up.
Yeah.
Just kidding. Can you imagine?
Show up?
We're here, Rosie. You got this.
Now I'm really hella nervous.
I don't know. I just took it to a stalking level.
In the audience.
No, because I'd be looking at her going, you've got this. You've got this. You have it, Rosie. We know this.
Yeah.
All right. Let's go to our question from Christina.
Hi, Dear Headspace. My name is Christina. I'm 26 years old and I live in the United States, and I have been meditating for about 3 years now with the help of Headspace. So I was listening to the New Year, New You episode of the Dear Headspace podcast, and Robin mentioned navigating long-term conflicting relationships with her mom. And it got me to think about the conflict that I'm currently navigating with my own mother. So I did want to bring up that I do have a counselor and I see her regularly and we discuss this often, but I am always open for feedback and seeking help because my mom is disabled. She's been physically disabled basically since I was born and lives with my grandmother. She has progressively over the years developed a hoarding tendency and a shopping addiction. So it has become particularly egregious over the holiday season where she is spending money that she doesn't have and racking up debt that she will never be able to pay off, buying gifts for people in our family instead of buying things for herself that she needs. So she brought me a large bag of Christmas presents and then in the next breath talked about how she couldn't afford to have her car inspected. So I am struggling with towing the line between supporting her as my mother and enabling her. And I am looking for feedback on what that line looks like with a child who is dealing with a parent who has an addiction. Thank you so much. Bye-bye.
Thank you for this question, Christina. I do want to just say before I answer this, because I do suspect that as we start to talk about this, it's going to go sort of, on a deeper level, because what Christina has said is a strong situation, and what I'm sharing about my experience is not the easiest of situations.
For sure.
Just because we're talking that deep or it maybe being that difficult of a relationship doesn't mean that this doesn't still apply to you. If you just have your regular old, like, my mom drives me crazy, she pushes all my buttons.
Right.
All of the things that we're about to talk about, I think, really apply across the board to these types of relationships.
No, I couldn't agree more, Robin. It's like a spectrum, right?
Yeah.
It could be a little bit or it could be a lot. But everything that we're saying is really applicable to whatever it is that you're dealing with. And whoever it is.
This one is obviously, she name-checked it at the top, but this is obviously near and dear to my heart. It's, having a parent with an addiction issue. That's where Christina and I have, a similarity.
Wow.
But it's, or had, because my mom's passed, but when a parent has an issue that they aren't going to get over, like, it doesn't mean that you don't stand in the place of hope for them, that they may at some point, but there's hoping for a person, and then there's the reality of their behavior. And this is how I chose to handle it. I had one foot in the world of hope. Like, I would always be there for my mom if and when she was able to step into the person that I hoped she could be. And I was always available for that person. I was always waiting, and that is part of the grief that I had to process when she died, is the grief that she would never be the person I had hoped that she might become.
Yeah.
And there's the other side of it, where you have to protect yourself.
Yeah.
You have to, and I am going to say have. I know we're not supposed to, but I'm going to say you have to.
Well, when you're saying that, you're speaking about yourself.
Yeah.
You're speaking
I
about,
had to protect myself because the behavior wasn't going to change.
Right.
And I don't want to put, words on Christina, but I do think that that's the initial of it, is that when it is a long-term thing that they may or may not, like Christina's talking about addictive behaviors.
Yeah.
Like, and I didn't hear in the question, she wants to work on this and I'm trying to support her. It's just, she is this person.
Right.
And that's real. That is real.
It's absolutely real. I want to say thank you, Christina, and thank you, Robin, for being vulnerable. What I love about what you said, Robin, is that was your personal experience.
Yeah.
And this particular situation is going to be different for everyone.
Absolutely.
towing that line, what I heard Christina say, towing that line between enabling and healthy, being a healthy support system.
Yeah. But we do have to say, I love that she knows she's in therapy. She has support already.
Absolutely.
That's huge.
She's in therapy
Yeah.
and she's been practicing meditation for 3 years.
Yeah.
So those two things, I mean, that's just awesome.
Yeah.
So, kudos to you in that regards, Christina. This idea of enabling is hella tricky. It's hella tricky,
Yeah.
especially with addiction.
Yep.
Because you're helping someone, but you're helping them in a way that's still
Not
allowing
healthy.
them to continue the unhealthy behavior.
Yeah.
And then it's hard, and especially tricky in this case because it's her mother.
Oh my God, yes.
Look at my relationship with my mother. She was dealing with dementia, and she was wanting to just eat all the things.
Yeah.
Even though
I
her
feel your
dementia,
mom. I feel her.
right. But her dementia was a result of, it wasn't like schizophrenic. It was a result of mini strokes.
Oh.
Right. So it was vascular. It's vascular dementia. And she just wanted to eat all the things.
Yeah.
But I had to really, I was in I was in control of what she ate.
Oh.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah. So it was.
That's very hard.
It was extremely hard. Extremely
because
difficult.
there's and I think that this is in Christina's question too, is there's this line of like, maybe that's just what they want and what they're up to. And maybe if I just, like, she wants to hoard or she wants to eat, like, how much time do they get left? Go hoard and eat.
Yeah, but
or flip side, is this
Yeah.
an incredibly destructive behavior that is
Exactly.
going to lead to pain for everyone?
And this is the line, right? This is that enabling versus
Yeah.
healthy support.
Yeah.
With enabling, there's these concepts of fear and control, right? You worry, you're worrying about your mother.
Yeah.
That's the fear, right? And you want them to behave in a certain way.
Yeah.
And you're going to do what you can to make them behave in this way. That's the control.
Yeah.
Right. So being aware of those two concepts, that fear and that control, versus a healthy support system where you can you know what's good for them.
Yep.
Right. So you can encourage them to do this, that, or the other without necessarily doing it for them.
Yeah.
Right. So, and also you can provide them with information.
Yeah.
Right. This is what you should be doing, this, that, and the other. Again, without doing it for them, without stepping into that space of control.
Right. But don't you think in that case, there needs to also be in connection with that, the realization that they may or may not take your information.
Absolutely.
It is their journey. And that's why I think where the
Absolutely.
boundaries come in.
You got to set those clear
It's
boundaries.
like,
You
I
have to.
remember I said to my mom, I said, this is what I need from you. I need you to be in a program. I need you to do this. I will not ever take a call from you when you've been drinking. And there was a couple of times where she called and I said, okay, so we're going to wrap this up. And I said, I'll talk to you later.
You set those boundaries.
Yeah, and I
you
was
stick
very
to them.
clear.
You stick to them.
Because it was hurting me more not to have the boundary.
Yeah.
But there does have to be that expectation of like, that, I mean, you can lead a horse to water, but you can't make them drink.
And especially, when I was a psychotherapist, I've dealt with individuals with addiction.
Yeah.
Especially with addiction.
Yeah.
You can't force it.
Yeah.
They have to be ready to
Yeah.
change.
You can't want it for them more than they want it.
It's not going to work. It's not going to.
Nope.
It's not going to work. And
Not
you're
even
just gonna,
5 seconds is it going to work.
Not even. They have to be ready for that change. Really, it's just about building that awareness.
Yeah.
And knowing that this is a tricky situation with your mother. You're going to be in that space of enabler, and you're going to be in that space of a healthy supporter.
Yeah.
And you may fluctuate back and forth.
You may have to reset those boundaries.
You will. You will fluctuate back
Yeah.
and forth, and that's perfectly okay also. So really highlighting and explicitly saying, especially in this particular case, to be patient with yourself.
Yep.
To be gentle with yourself, sending yourself lots of love and compassion.
Yep.
Because it's a journey. It's a hell of a journey. you know.
And it takes an emotional toll
Oh,
to watch a person you love harm themselves. I think that is not talked about enough because it's
so hard.
all so mixed up in
It's not just
what
a
you
person.
want for them.
It's the person.
Yeah,
It's your mother.
Yeah.
You know, it's your mom, Christina. So, you know, sending your mother all of the love and compassion, but really, again, not forgetting to send yourself that love and compassion also. Continue with the therapy, Christina. Kudos for you. Continue with your practice. And really see if you can find a support group of some sort that would really give you that extra support in dealing with this kind of situation.
And just a plus one on Kessonga saying, be gentle with yourself.
Yeah.
I mean, there's so many, for lack of a better word, really people struggling in this world, you know, whether it's addiction or something else. Like, you are so not alone, Christina, in your experience. Even if you just looked at it, like, take addiction out of it, take whatever, just in a fraught relationship with a parent, like, you are just not alone.
Absolutely.
And, you know, be kind and be gentle and do what you can
Absolutely
for yourself and do what you can for the relationship. And I just think sometimes there's in this lifetime, it may not look the way I had hoped. And there's it's a sadness and there's a grieving that needs to happen, but sometimes that is the outcome.
Yeah.
And
I love that,
it's
Robin.
hard, but it's real and it's true. And there's a letting go that happens in that versus that clutching the hope.
Yeah.
There's no good, at least in my experience, no good came from that space.
Yeah.
It's just, that is heartbreak, because there's an expectation and then it gets crushed.
Wow. Thank you so much, Robin and Christina, for sharing this experience.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. And really, Christina, leaning on your practice with this, because everything that Robin just said about accepting all of the emotions that come up, your practice will help you.
Yeah.
To do just that.
Yeah. And we're sending you you loving kindness. All right. Thank you for the question. Oh. Well, as always, I mean, just thank you for all of the incredible advice that you shared today, Kessonga. And I mean, I think we've said this maybe a million times, but I am so honored to be a part of the show. I feel like we are all in this together. There's such a community. We're learning, we're growing.
Yeah. We're all learning from each other.
Yeah.
You know, and that's a beautiful, beautiful thing. That's how it should be, in my humble opinion.
Yeah.
You know, I want to mention that the app has great courses really specific to what we spoke about today. One that comes to mind that I actually recorded myself, one of the teachers that recorded it, is the Managing Anxiety course. And then there's another course, the Self-Compassion course. Both of those courses really speak directly to what we talked about today and can be really helpful.
Excellent. Fantastic suggestions. All right. Well, it's that time where I want to say thank you to our callers, Salma, Rosie, and Christina. You literally helped us make this show today, so thank you.
And also, I wanted to mention, Robin, if you have Headspace already, you can always gift it to someone else that you love.
Till next time, stay happy and stay healthy.
And remember, be kind to each other always.
And to yourself.
And to yourself. Love that.